And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Ready? Black 25.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, it's Jones. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Black 25 behind.
Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. 45 is the mark. Let's go, baby. They turn it over.
Wait. Easy. Hey.
45, Mike, 45. Come up the wall. Check.
Hey. 5 on the 50.
On first and 10, Winston. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Push him back.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Easy. Wait.
From the gun, Winston. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Hey, let's get it first. Let's go.
A first down throw for Winston. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
Bang. Easy.
45.
Easy. Hey.
Watch the run.
Let's go.
They go back to the ground with Jones. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Green, triple team.
45, Mike, 45. Yo.
Hey, 5-0.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. There he goes left side. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
58.
Here's Ryan to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Four receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. Again, Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Ready.
They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st. Ryan in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now it's Ryan. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's got Sanu. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready. 54, south. Switch up.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
Huh? You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check three.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Here we go. Hey.
Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
Green, triple team. Easy. Hey. 27. Watch the pass. Where we go?
From the shotgun, it's Winston. A bullet throw, but incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
From the 27th, Winston. That's caught by Howard. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
They run with Breida. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
Watch, wait.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's been a long day for you. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Jameis now on 1st down. He finds his target. It's Evans. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll try the right side with Jones. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
I'm coming after you. Easy. 27. Here we go. Off. 27, Mike, 27. Easy.
Check Mike 27.
Gotta do better.
Let's go.
Working out of the gun. Winston. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Ryan. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Devin White able to record his 5th sack of the season. Ryan now off the bootleg. Well, the pressure gets to him again. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. On 3rd and goal, Ryan. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd and inches, Winston. Deep ball for Goodwin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
You got 3. Hey, South. Hey, Express. Hey, Charlie.
Ryan. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. On 1st down, Ryan. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Hey, box drop. General West. No. Hey, express. Let him go.
To throw again. Ryan. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 45-yard line.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Ryan now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Small. 21. Got it.
Check 15. Tighten up.
Ryan will throw again. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons push further out in front.
Got it.
To throw again is Ryan. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Easy. Hey, you got motion man right there.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, and I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with, some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Jameis to throw it. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. And since they still have 10 yards to go, they'll just say, let's roll this over to 3rd down and decline it.
Let's just be honest about it. If you can't get them off the field on 3rd and 10, then something's wrong with your defense anyway. No sense in taking that penalty.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Now watch run, watch run.
From the gun, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
The Falcons take over 4th and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's Ryan, and he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And the Falcon first down.
Ready, blue 80. That's 25. Wait. Watch out, watch out.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Check 3, check 3.
Get out.
Again, Ryan looking for the end zone. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away.
The Bucs take over.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Mike.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Check 45 to Mike. Watch the run. Watch the easy. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
throwing. Winston. That's caught by Penny. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. Hey, alert 3. Slam. 45.
Easy. Hey, tighten down.
This is Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
45, Mike.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
With the score, Falcons 28, Buccaneers 7.
Ready? Blue 8.
Check 45 to Mike.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team.
On 1st down, here's Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it, and the Falcons grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Here's we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
Ready? Black 22.
You're not ready.
Let's go.
Now Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Slam.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the first.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, you talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They'll try to throw now. Winston. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Jameis now going to run the option to the right. He can run for it, and he will. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. Give him a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it still brings up 4th. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Winston to throw for it on 4th. Airing this one out for, and Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. Oh, this is blocked. The Falcons have it. The big fella. He's at the 50, the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
20.
To throw is Ryan. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with it.
And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Winston now to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
The Bucs on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Easy. Motion. Check Mike 27. Check Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Goodwin able to haul it in. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. I'm coming. Mike 27. You must be 27.
To throw is Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Check Mike 27. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Let's convert.
3rd and long for Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Flip it. Hey, check Mike 45. Let's get it together, defense. Let's go.
Now Winston on 4th down. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Verrett, on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And